Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 59 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Stafford. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. To the air again, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. This is caught. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. 1st and goal, a chance for... An early statement here on the road. Now it's Stafford. Well, he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. On 1st down, Barrow, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now a give, right side. Barrow. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. A big pickup there on the run. For a lot of people, MVP award means the quarterback award usually. But over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Stafford. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a give, right side. Barrow. Room here to run. He's at the 40. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else. See if he has that confidence.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. Open man is Atwell, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
That's certainly playing down the distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
On 2nd down now. Barrow, ooh, the juke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 180 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barrow. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now a give, right side. Barrow, and able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, Barrow. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Barrow. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Barrow. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Barrow gets around. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Stafford. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it will come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 1 second, all that remains. So we're at halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter, and they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end Higbee.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Stafford. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pivot there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's taken down inside the 30. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Barrow. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that one an 8-play drive that spans 75 yards. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
But you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
the 32-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Kingsley Kiki in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Doug Costin, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Barrow sheds off the tackle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A give running right is Akers. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Pettis on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. On 1st down, Barrow. A little juke. They find some open field here. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick now. That one is slants to McLaurin. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit. Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going. Good sign on the opening drive. They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. And Thomas has it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Leonard Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick under pressure, and they got to him again. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Crosby is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. A beautiful fake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and throw for it here. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. It seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
To throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field, and now the defense has to try it out there. And try and slow them down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win.
Under pressure, they got him again. Colin Saunders in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Colin Saunders picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Crosby puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And bulldozing his way through. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
Talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Running left, it's Barkley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I think.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football. And they take one of those away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack, Fitzpatrick He gets it to Thomas. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down and 4, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They shakes him off. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A handoff. Barkley running left. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different? From that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They'll try the left side. Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Barkley, and he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Jones now. Throwing on 4th down. Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Looks like a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone. Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead is up to 8. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so. It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable. I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right? You know, truthfully, I did. Good. I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he finds McLaurin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First down, Fitzpatrick. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From the 31, Fitzpatrick. Thomas has got it. Complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Got his target, Samuel. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Fitzpatrick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the... This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. Dancing away at the 35.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
On 1st down, Barkley. And just no chance. Turning the corner, he can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try the left side. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Barkley. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On 3rd down, Barkley. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, sometimes, Brent, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves. And they let it get away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fitzpatrick. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up. And run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. A throw to the flat here for McKissick. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Fitzpatrick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fitzpatrick to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Here's Jackson. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now Jones. That's going to be caught by Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50. Now as they come up 1st and 10. Jones. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll run on first down. Barkley. Oh, big hole left side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline. Through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants,
they finish above 500 for the year. The final tally 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Washington,
and they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12.
And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.